FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. This is Madden NFL 21. Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from FedEx Field. This will make it into the end zone. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So out comes the Washington offense onto the field. Leading him out is going to be their quarterback. That's the grizzled vet, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
He's one of those guys that's been around the block a few times in the NFL. And at this stage in his career, what he lacks in big playability, he more than makes up for it in veteran leadership, a real knowledge of the game, and being a terrific locker room presence.
Put that thing over your permit. 6 figures every year, yeah, earn that. At the front of this line is what my team.
Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football, complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches. Sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's got this down to the 35. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, Gibson breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. First go on offense for the Giants under the guidance of Daniel Jones, the former Duke Blue Devil.
And this could be a whole lot of fun because if his game plan goes into effect early, we're going to see some shots downfield, aren't we? What did he talk to us about? Stretching the field. Wants to open things up for not just his receivers, but for anything underneath.
Well, that was the theme, the front page of the sports section. What the columnists write, possible air raid. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how the coaches view that, right? Who gave away the game plan? I think it's pretty obvious, though. That'll help them win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Daniel Jones sacked. A loss of 8 yards.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
On 4th down, on is Graham Gano for the Giants field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
Giants 3, Washington 0.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. In the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Gibson, and he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Oh, what a move. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So the Giants getting the football back here for their 2nd drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Young on the tackle.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
2nd and 5 now. Jones, and the Washington pressure gets to him. He will go down.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants. From the gun, Jones. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
On play action, Fitzpatrick. And this one is incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. That one is slant to McLaurin. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Lions 3, Washington 0.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Jones now throwing on 1st down. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. Not much there, only a yard.
To Saquon Barkley. He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a 1st down.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Washington offense going back to work, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. On 1st down, Gibson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
37 yards.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Fitzpatrick over the middle, and it's incomplete. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. To throw again, Fitzpatrick, and this is incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Washington on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw again, Fitzpatrick. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
Washington with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
No gain on the play.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down.
Out of the end zone. Brings up 4th and goal.
So now on 4th down, Washington will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Hopkins' kick is good. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to get the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
At their own.
And New York set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. And Ingram hauls it in. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First down Giants, Jones to Ingram.
First down.
Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. On 1st and 10, Jones. But he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Montez Sweat able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Jones, he'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down, New York.
Jones now on first down to Shepard, complete over the middle. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good. And the Giants are off now to a 3-0 lead.
6, Washington 3.
So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down.
Receiving team.
So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Okay, right, Brandon. Thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to this slimmed-down version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from the former Duke man, Daniel Jones. His guys lead, though by only a field goal. Still anybody's game. As we send it back to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but
That O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Jones. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense, because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. The DN, Jonathan Allen, making sure his presence is felt. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
6 figures every year, yeah,
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 37 yards. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Well, they had their chances in the 1st half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And his kick is right through. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown by the New York Giants.
Graham Gano.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. First possession of the 2nd half now for Washington. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Gibson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Fitzpatrick throwing complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Gibson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Second and
A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Throwing on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright. And this score will stay right where it is. But the focus shifts back to Daniel Jones and company. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. Jones, a great pick, nice return, but you know he's just beating himself up inside for not getting all the way in.
No doubt about it, because he had visions of end zone in his mind. Going to be the total hero. But we did see there the emphasis on it's not just good enough to pick it off anymore. Bring it back, get the yardage, and really help out your offense.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception here, Fitzpatrick. Forced out to, and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Ryan Fitzpatrick taking it in. And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there, because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered, and he said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he puts it through. They're within 3. It's 13-10. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Giants take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Possession of the football going back over to the Giants. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum is sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, New York.
As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Now Saquon Barkley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. On the draw, this is Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The Giants on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Washington will take over 1st and 10.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Fitzpatrick. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now here's a throw that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. He finds Humphreys. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And yet again, it's Humphreys. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One of the feature points of the end route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Again, it's Fitzpatrick. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzpatrick. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 39. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Fitzpatrick again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. A gain of 6 there on first.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Giants' 33-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fitzpatrick, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick completes it to Samuel. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
You have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Clock running here, under 90 seconds to go. Here's Fitzpatrick. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. And a sideline pass. That's caught by Thomas. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there. Picked up the 1st down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as they understand where they are on the field?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. The tackle made by Blake Martinez.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Fitzpatrick, the old war horse, getting everybody up to the line quickly. They go play action. Fitzpatrick. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Now Jones. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Fitzpatrick set to lead this offense. Down by a field goal, 26 seconds to go. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10.
I sat down with my accountant. He said, I got good news and I got bad news. So what's the good news? He said, the good news is you made a lot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Fitzpatrick. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Fitzpatrick to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. Today's final score, Giants.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both